Welcome to section 3.1, what is a variable? In this lesson, we'll explore what variables are, how to use them, and why they are essential in Java programming. Here are our learning objectives. You will understand the benefits of variables, recognize the four main data types in Java, and learn how to declare and assign values to variables using proper naming conventions. Start by running java libs.jar and pay attention to the types of information it asks you for. These are examples of variable data you'll soon be handling yourself. Let's begin with a math analogy. Think of x as a placeholder in an equation. We can assign different values to x and see how that changes the outcome of the equation. In Java, variables work in a similar way. We can assign a value to a variable like string x equals, in double quotation, Alex. Then we use that variable throughout our code, for example, in print statements. Now, imagine having to change the name Alex throughout a program without using variables. It would require editing every instance, which is tedious and error-prone. This is the variables 01 project. With variables, you only need to make one change to update all references. This makes your code flexible, easy to edit, and far less prone to mistakes. You can even update variables multiple times throughout your code. Assign different values or respond to user input. Variables allow your program to evolve while running. In exercise 2, you'll modify a Java program step by step and watch how the output changes. This reinforces how variables store and update data over time. Here's what happens. Once a variable is updated, its new value is used from that point onward. Java processes lines one at a time so that the latest assignment always takes precedence. Java supports different data types. You'll mostly use booleans, integers, doubles, and strings. Each serves a different purpose depending on what kind of data you want to store. Because Java is strongly typed, you must declare a variables type. Once declared, you don't need to declare it again. You just assign new values as needed. You can declare and assign a variable all at once, or declare it first and assign a value later. Either way is valid in Java. Be careful with data types. Assigning an incompatible value, like a string to an int, will result in an error. The same logic applies in math. You wouldn't substitute a word into a number equation. Java works the same way. You must respect data types. In exercise 3, you will debug a Java file with 6 mistakes. Fix the values to get the program to display the correct output. As a hint, your IDE will help by underlying errors. Hover over them to see helpful messages and possible fixes. But remember, your IDE isn't perfect. Some of its suggested solutions won't solve the real problem. Your thinking and debugging skills are crucial. Common mistakes with variables include assigning incorrect values, forgetting to declare types, and misspelling variable names. Java is case sensitive, so be precise. Other common errors include declaring the same variable more than once or trying to use a variable before assigning it a value. You might also notice that you can declare multiple variables on a single line and even assign them values at the same time. This is optional and depends on your style. Now for naming. Funny or tiny variable names might work, but they make your code hard to understand. Clarity is key, especially for teammates or the future you. Some variable names are outright invalid. You can't reuse names, start names with numbers, or use Java keywords. The IDE will usually highlight these issues. Following naming conventions. Start with a lowercase letter and capitalize each new word. Make your variable names meaningful and easy to understand. To wrap up, you've learned what variables are, why they matter, and how to use them properly in Java. Keep practicing, and these skills will soon become second nature.